Hey YouTubers, my name is Aditya Srivastava, and in this video we will be talking about IP addressing. So Internet Protocol Address, IP address. What is an IP address? The main question is what's an IP address? An IP address is a 32-bit logical address for network interface. That's it. It is a 32-bit logical address for a network interface. Now the main question arises, why do we have IP address here as at the first place? We know what's an IP address is. Okay, we know how to find it in our systems, like you can open CMD, you can type ipconfig, and you can have your IP address right there, right? But the main question is, why do we have the IP address in the first place? Now we can argue, why do we have our house, like why do our houses have addresses, right? It's so that they are reachable for the mail people to deliver the mail, for the people to show up at our houses, and I believe hopefully announced, right? So they can get there. So basically, we have IP addresses to forward packets to reach, so that the machine data can reach its destination network and get reply from there without much hurdle, right? And that's the whole purpose of an IP address. That's the whole purpose of an IP address, to reach the destination, to get to the destination without much hurdle. Okay, now an IP address has two parts, a network ID and the host ID. Now to understand them better, you have the street name, which is common for everybody. Okay, it's common for everybody, a street name which is common for everybody. And then you have on the far right, the house number. The street name is the network ID which cannot be changed, which can't be changed in a network, and the house number is the host ID. Together these two things makes an IP address. Right, together these two things makes an IP address. So let me introduce you to an alien race, which is a binary numbering system. Yeah, a binary numbering system. And we all agree to this point, and I just mentioned this. An IP address really has two parts, right? A network ID and a host ID. So it has a network ID, which is just like a street name, and host address like a house number. But from the computer perspective, it is 32 ones and zeros based to operating system, right? 32 ones and zeros based to operating system. Here we have, so here we have 32-bit from left to right or vice versa. See, these are 8 bits and 8 bits and 8 bits, and then again we have 8 bits. So my simple calculation is 8 multiplied by 4 is equals to what? 32, right? 8 multiplied by 4 is equals to 32. So these are 32-bit. It's a binary system. Now as we can see, the IP address, it is more like to like the say it's in decimal format, right? You can find your IP address by going to CMD command prompt and typing ipconfig, and you'll get something like 192.168.1 dot something or 0 dot something, right? So it's in a decimal format, it's not in binary format. So the first question is, why do we need to convert these binary digits, or these binary notations, or this binary number into a decimal point? Why? So we can read them, so we can understand them. This is the answer. We need to convert them so we can read them, so we can understand them, and to separate these 8 bits, and to separate the chunk of the particular 8 bits, right? See, IP address have 32 bits from left to right. So in IP version 4 is 4 separate chunks. These 4 chunks are going to have 8 bits each. So this is one chunk, this is one chunk, this one is another, and this one is another. So 4 different chunks. Each chunk is having 8 bits, 8 bits, right? So now we add some period between these 8 bits or the converted decimal digits to separate them, right? We need to separate them. We need to separate these binaries. We need to separate those converted decimal. We need to separate those converted decimal digits. So we add some period. We add period between them to separate one number or 8 bits from another, from one other. So we call it a dotted decimal notation. So the conversion of this is what? 172.16.128.17, right? 172.16.128.17. 127 is a decimal, right? Is a decimal digit. 16 is a decimal digit. 128 is a decimal digit. 17 is a decimal digit. Now between these decimal digits, the points we have, the decimal notation we have, the dots we have, is called a dotted decimal notation. So this is an IP address, guys. This is all about an IP address in very brief, and I try to cover all the topics, like all the basic things in IP address. So this is all about IP address in a nutshell. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you like the content. Do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Do like the video, and please share the video with your friends and colleagues. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video.